What if the most powerful book you ever read was written by a 13-year-old hiding from the Nazis? Have you ever read a book that made you pause, not just to process the story, but to feel something deeper about life, humanity, and the power of words? Today, I am taking you into the world of The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, a book that is not just read, but experienced. And trust me, if you stay with me till the end, you'll not only want to pick up this book again, but you might just see history and your own life a little differently. Anne Frank wasn't a famous writer when she started her diary. She was a 13-year-old girl living in Amsterdam who received a blank diary for her birthday. What started as entries about friends, school, and crushes turned into something extraordinary, a first-hand record of life in hiding during one of the darkest times in human history. But it's not a horror story. It's a story of light, captured through the eyes of a girl who never stopped hoping. What makes this diary so powerful is how real Anne is. She's not some distant historical figure. We hear her voice like she's sitting next to us. She jokes about her sister, argues with her mother, dreams about boys, and reflects deeply on who she is. And then, woven into these ordinary teenage thoughts, are the fears of discovery, the sound of boots outside the annex, and the ache of confinement. It's this contrast that makes her words so haunting and so beautiful. Anne writes, "In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart." And when you read that, knowing what she was going through, it hits you like a wave. How could someone surrounded by fear, persecution, and loss still find a way to believe in goodness? That line has echoed through generations, reminding us of the resilience of the human spirit and how perspective can be the most powerful form of resistance. But let's talk about the diary, not just as a document of history, but as a work of literature. Anne's writing evolves as she matures, sharper, more introspective, even philosophical. She starts questioning the world, her identity, the role of women, and what it means to be free. You can see a writer in the making, someone who longed to be heard, and tragically, she was only truly heard after she was gone. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. Parts of the diary are emotional. You feel the walls closing in with them. You sense the tension between the 8 people hidden in that tiny annex. There are moments of pettiness, claustrophobia, and despair. But then Anne will describe a tree outside the window, or the stars, or a dream she had, and suddenly, you're reminded, this is life continuing, even in the shadow of death. If you're someone who thinks history books are boring, The Diary of a Young Girl will prove you wrong. It's not a history lesson, it's a conversation. It invites you to feel what statistics never can. 6 million Jews is a number, but Anne Frank is a person, and through her, you feel the weight of all the stories that never got to be told. And here is something many people don't realize. Anne edited her own diary with hopes of publishing it after the war. She imagined it being read by others. She wanted to become a writer, to matter. And somehow, even though her life was cut short, she got her wish. Her voice traveled across decades, languages, and borders. When I finished the last page, I didn't just close a book. I sat in silence, not because I was sad, but because I was grateful. Grateful that her father, Otto Frank, survived and fulfilled her dream by publishing it. Grateful that her words still resonate, and grateful that through reading, we can carry someone's memory forward. If you've read The Diary of a Young Girl, let me know in the comments what stayed with you the most. And if you haven't, I honestly think this is one book that will change the way you look at the world. Not in a dramatic Hollywood way, but in quiet, lasting ways. And if stories like this matter to you, stories that aren't just books, but living legacies, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This channel is where we explore the books that shape who we are, and I'd love to have you on this journey with me. Until next time, keep reading, keep reflecting, and never underestimate the power of a single voice, especially one as brave as Anne Frank's.